Hello, I am back again. This will not be the last time today either. I just realized I forgot to turn on the flash. Sorry if this is darker. Anyway, so it is now time for Jeremiah 37 in the Passion Translation. If this is the first time that you are hearing this or seeing this, I should say, then I do read out of the Passion Translation, and afterwards I post the footnotes because there's usually a lot of them that give more insight as to what is in the text, and they're so good. So I always post them, and so if you're watching on Facebook, they'll be posted in the comment section here by the end of the day. If you're watching on YouTube where this is reposted, it'll be in a separate post. But we are getting caught up today on where we should be in our reading for the book of Jeremiah, reading a chapter every single week through this year. And so working on getting caught up because it hasn't happened for a couple of weeks due to different circumstances. So right now it's Jeremiah 37, so let's get right into it. Zedekiah asked Jeremiah to pray. King Nebuchadnezzar had deported Judah's king Jehoiakim, son of Jehoiakim, to Babylon. He then installed Josiah's son Zedekiah as king in his place. But Zedekiah, his officials, and the people paid no attention to the words Yahweh had spoken through me. King Zedekiah sent 2 men to me with the request, Jehucal, the son of Shelemiah, and Zephaniah the priest, the son of Maaseiah. So many names. They said to me, "Please intercede to Yahweh our God that he would help us." Now I was still moving about freely among the people, for I had not yet been put in prison. Meanwhile, Pharaoh and his Egyptian army were on the move. And when the Babylonians who had besieged Jerusalem heard that the Egyptians were on the move against them, they withdrew from the city. Then Yahweh, the God of Israel, spoke to me. "This is what you are to say to Zedekiah, the king of Judah, who asked you to consult with me. Pharaoh's army that you thought was coming to help you is about to return to Egypt, and the Babylonians will come back and attack the city. They will capture it and burn it down. I, Yahweh, warn you, do not deceive yourselves into thinking the Babylonians won't come back to attack us, because they surely will. For even if you were to defeat the entire army of Chaldeans who are fighting against you, and only severely wounded men were left lying in their tents, they would still rise up and burn the city to the ground." Now the Babylonian army had withdrawn from Jerusalem at the approach of Pharaoh's army. So I set out from Jerusalem to go to Anathoth in the territory of Benjamin to settle some affairs regarding my share of an inheritance among my people. But when I arrived at the Benjamin gate, the captain of the guard named Irijah, son of Shelemiah, grandson of Hananiah, seized me and accused me of trying to desert to the Babylonians. "You're wrong," I replied. "I'm not a traitor." But Irijah refused to listen to me. He arrested me and brought me to the officials. The officials were furious with me, and they beat me and locked me up in the house of Jonathan, the court secretary, which they had made into a prison. After I had been put into the dungeon for a long time, King Zedekiah had me secretly brought to his palace. He asked me, "Has Yahweh given you a word for me?" "Yes," I answered. "Yahweh is going to let you be captured by the king of Babylon. But please tell me, what crime have I committed against you, your officials, or these people that you have thrown me in prison? Your prophets who told you that the king of Babylonia would not attack you or invade the land, where are they now? So now please hear me, my lord the king. Let my humble plea come before you. Do not send me back to the dungeon at the court secretary Jonathan's house. That would be my certain death." So King Zedekiah gave orders to confine me to the palace guardhouse. Each day a loaf of bread from the bakery was given to me until all the bread of the city was gone. So I remained there in the palace courtyard. And that was Jeremiah 37 in the Passion Translation. Again, by the end of the day, the footnotes will be posted here on Facebook in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, it will be in a separate post after I repost this video there. But for now, that was Jeremiah 37, and I will be back with Jeremiah 38 here in just a moment.